You guys, I'm so excited. Today we're gonna be doing a meal prep video. It's been a very hot minute. So many exciting things are coming and I just can't wait to share with you. Let me shut up because I do not want to give anything away. This is so important. This is so special to me. I'm just anyways, not even being able to function right now. I am doing like a little collab again with Hexclad. So we're gonna meal prep with Hexclad today. Well, we always typically meal prep with Hexclad. So this is nothing new, but they sent us some new product. My other stuff was just getting a little bit old and I gave it to my mom. Not old. My other stuff is still in perfectly good condition, but they wanted to send me some more pots and pans, so I gave my other set to my mom. Yeah, I'm gonna show you everything I got. I got an 8-inch hybrid pan right here. Chickma is very interested in this. She's very interested in this pan. All right, Ma. Whoa, what is that? It's a Hexclad. She goes, yeah, that, I don't give a shit. I use this all the time. So there's that, and then it comes with a lid. Okay. Ta-da! They sent them in so many separate boxes. I'm overstimulated. Oh, I got a cutting board, which I'm so excited about. Last time I got a cutting board from them, it was so cute. I loved it. The only downside was it came with a crack in it, which I typically wouldn't care. Like, I was still using it, and then a bunch of you were like, hey girl, like the crack isn't the end of the world, but like if you're cutting meat on it, if you're cutting, you know, just food on it, like bacteria will get in there and like fester. I don't know. So I didn't want to take any chances, and so I got rid of the cutting board. And it wasn't just like a little crack. You guys, like it was like this thick, like vegetables could fall down there. I guess I could have gotten some like resin or something and like done something about it, but I was not in the right state of mind to know what the next steps were to fix a cutting board. This is the exact same pan I just showed you, but the 10-inch version. Good Lord almighty. There's an absolute snowstorm outside, like inches and inches of snow. This isn't new for us Michiganders, but it still is annoying. Also, please excuse me if my shirt keeps coming up. I don't mean to flash you, I promise. Once I'm done with all this heavy lifting stuff, I'll get my shirt situated. I'm so excited. I get to see one of my best friends this weekend. Okay, this is the cat. Same deal as last time. She's very gorgeous. Oh my God, there's 3 more boxes, you guys. One thing that I hate is just opening packages, like, because then I don't know where to put the actual cardboard. Like, I don't care how many boxes I break down. They never all fit in my recycling bin. Oh, I think this is a skillet. Also, if you hear the stove going, it's because I'm simmering a pot of water because it's so dry in this state. Court was like, you should put some fruit in it to make it smell good. I'm like, girl, I don't have any of that. I don't have fruit to put into my pot of simmering water. Hybrid double burner griddle, yup. I don't know if we're gonna be using this today, but like, I just picture myself making pancakes on this. A lot of you guys are like, how do you lift with long nails, Riss? And I'm like, honestly, lifting isn't the hard thing. It's opening boxes and like trying to unscrew things that is difficult for me. Being in the gym, no problem. I am so freaking excited about this. You just put it on like 2 burners. And I'm gonna make you guys breakfast one of these days. This, I believe, is like a set of utensils. Bless me, jeez. I was like helpless. I think I just sneezed so hard my eyelash like got stuck to my upper eye. These are new like spatulas, spoons, all of that, which I'm actually, my eyelash is messed up now. Ugh. That's when you know it was an aggressive sneeze. Oh. I just had to use my thighs and wrap it around this thing. Oh my gosh, cute. Okay, fun. I do love this. Wow. I love that they're all matching because I still use a lot of utensils that I got like at garage sales and estate sales that my mom would get for me when I first moved into my first apartment like ages ago. So it's finally fun to have like a set of utensils that aren't just hodgepodge. The one thing though is like, and I'm annoying for this, but it's just because it's the way I grew up. My mom never had anything on her countertops. So it kind of just taught me to have like very clean countertops. I love this for me, but I also don't want this to sit on my countertop. Very stylish. Wow, this is heavy duty. Also, the salt and pepper shaker you guys always see me use, those are also Hexclad. I get a lot of questions on those. Okay, cute, fun. All right, you guys, let's freaking get cooking. Actually, it's probably gonna pan to me doing my typical set down because we can't start meal prep without our ASMR set down, you know what I'm saying? Alright, now that we got that out of the way, I just want to go over this week's menu. Not a carrot falling out of the bag. I feel like the microwave got to it. We are going to be making buffalo chicken in the crock pot. This is a favorite. I feel like my DMs are always blowing up about the recipe, so we're gonna make that. We're gonna be making steak bites with carrots and rice. We are going to be making my very favorite little egg English muffin breakfast sandwiches. And then we're gonna be making a true fruit dupe. You guys know I love true fruit, but I wanted to try something new. So we're gonna try and make our very own. And then everything else I got, chicken sausage for breakfast in case I don't want an egg sandwich. I like to have variety. So everything you see here, you might not always see me use in my meal prep, and that's just because some days I want something else, and that is a-okay. So I have shredded chicken from Costco. Love that. It is so easy to cook and throw eggs with it and just have something high protein on the go. Green beans to eat whenever I want. Ground turkey for the egg baked chicken, for the chicken, buffalo chicken I mean, and then broccoli in case I want to substitute out broccoli for carrots. Oatmeal in case I need a quick breakfast and I just don't want an egg sandwich. Egg whites, spinach for the egg bakes, mozzarella, the white chocolate and dark chocolate for the true fruit. Yeah, fruit, bone broth, because you guys know I sip on that in the mornings. It's just odds and ends of everything, because I know a few of you are like, wait, you didn't use everything you bought. Like, no. I don't only buy for my 3 meal preps because I snack and have other foods in between to help so I don't get as bored, even though I do really get obsessed with foods and it doesn't really matter. But some days I do get bored. So let's get going on the crock pot first, because that always takes the longest. And then I have a call at 1:30. So then we're gonna take a break and then we'll come back. The buffalo chicken in the crock pot has just begun. Basically what I did right there was add 2 pounds of chicken. This will make 6 dishes also. I then added 1 cup of buffalo sauce. You can use anything you want. I just use Frank's Red Hot. And then a packet, I just eyeball it, of the ranch seasoning, as well as onion and garlic powder. I just do it to taste and I eyeball it. Set it on high for 3 hours. And then once there's about 30 minutes left, I will go ahead and start making the Banza protein pasta to then add to the chicken, and then we will dish. So I'm really glad that we got that out of the way. The next 2 longest things will be the carrots and the rice. So let's go ahead, start making the rice, and then we'll start shaving carrots. I do have a cheat code where, since I'm not making a ton of vegetables today, I will just be using the Ninja Crispy to crisp up my carrots. I am obsessed with my little Ninja Crispy. So let me go grab the rice and we will start making that. So cooking rice is the bane of my existence. I, though, have a rice cooker. Chickma, come here. It's okay. They don't want to play with you. She sees deer outside. They don't want to play with you, unfortunately. She said, I don't care. I'm gonna let them know. All right, go ahead, girl. So what was I saying? We will be making rice in the rice cooker. If you wanna make it over the stove, you absolutely can. Do I suggest to? No, I don't know why I hate it so much. It's relatively easy, but like if you have a rice cooker, please use a rice cooker. I believe I'm gonna cook about 3 cups of uncooked rice. And I think that makes, I can't do the conversion right now, but I'd rather have a little bit of rice left over than not enough and be like, okay, I don't have enough rice for all my dishes. First things first though, we are going to wash our rice. I don't know why, but do it. You'll see all the dust and dirt that comes off this stuff. Like, please, if you do anything, if you listen to anything I say, wash your rice. Next, we are going to be working on prepping the carrots for our steak dish. The trick here is to lightly press on the carrots. I used to freaking like put all this pressure on the carrots and my vegetables wouldn't peel. And it was so annoying. But the trick is like light, easy hand. You guys, my nail tech told me that every time she like does my nails, she can tell that I cook because she smells like spices and stuff when she's like cutting my nails. I'm like, ew, I'm so sorry. That must be disgusting. You guys, I ran today. I don't run, so that was kind of crazy. Barely made it a mile, but progress. I really want to get good at running again. I used to do cross country, track. I've ran 2 half marathons. Like, I want to be better at running again. I really wanted to go somewhere for my birthday. It's like the end of the month, but I think I'm gonna have me and all my girlfriends go to Mexico. So cute. Go to Mexico in February because January was just a lot of things happened. A lot of good things were happening. There's not enough days in the year. And so we're all gonna just hopefully reconvene in February and try to make something happen because I just feel like our schedules never line up. So like I'm desperate to like make our schedules freaking line up. Now that I'm thinking of it, I think I was supposed to prep this cutting board before like using it. I wiped it down, but I didn't like put oil or anything on it. Yikes! Don't do what I do, guys. Don't do it. And then what I do next is I cut off all the ends of the carrots. Because the Ninja Creamy isn't that big, I'll probably have to do a couple of batches of carrots. Then I will cut these all in half and then cut those halves into halves. So once you have all your halves, you really want to make sure because I struggled with this, instead of balancing your knife like this, you want to have the knife on the front of the cutting board and press down versus just like trying to balance that, okay? Trust me. And then sometimes with these bigger guys, I'll cut them again. My mom got me a wind chime for Christmas and I can hear it right now and it's literally my favorite thing ever. I love it. We're not gonna get too crazy with it. We're just gonna do salt, pepper, and then my spray. This spray is what's gonna get these boys crispy. Aside from the Ninja Crispy, this is the secret ingredient. I always choose bake, and then I will do about 15 to 17 minutes if it's not warmed up, just because it takes a minute or 2 to warm up, and then I just eyeball it. But I like my boys crispy. So bake 15, 17 minutes and then start. Just finished cutting the rest of the carrots that will go in the second batch. I have my call in about just less than an hour. And look what I found in the bottom of one of the boxes. Mineral oil wipes for preserving wood cutting boards. Directions before first use. Wash cutting board with warm soapy water. Allowed to dry completely. Once dry, wipe generously with these. Stand board on its side to allow it to absorb the oil 1 to 2 hours before using or storing. Repeat every few weeks or as needed. Well, it was a nice cutting board while it lasted. I'm gonna wash it now with warm soapy water and then do these steps and just pretend that I didn't just cut carrots on it. I have about 40 minutes until my call, so we're gonna make the steak. I think we can get it done because steak doesn't take very long. I'm not gonna season it with anything too crazy. I think I'm just gonna do salt, pepper, and coconut aminos. Let me grab those. I'm currently just using coconut aminos because they're soy free. Soy sauce upsets my stomach. It's very upsetting, but coconut aminos is actually pretty good. It's just slightly sweeter than soy sauce and a little less salty. But you could also put garlic, onion powder, thyme. Maybe I'll put some thyme in there. You know what? Maybe we will spice things up a little bit if I can find the thyme. Oh, my thyme is empty. Okay, maybe we'll do some paprika. What I'm going to do is cube it and make it into steak bites rather than strips. So I have all of my steak here and I'm just going to get cutting. This is 0.7, 0.7, so that's 1.4. What's 0.7 again? 7 plus 7 is 14 plus. So 2.1 pounds. Okay, I have about 2.1s of sirloin filet here and I'm just gonna cube them. I like to do about 1-inch cubes. So I'm just going to continue to cube these. Oh, I freaking love steak bites. What you have to be really careful with steak in general. So actually lately I've been cooking my steak in the crispy because it's almost impossible to overcook it because I can just set it and forget it. But I wanted cubes, I don't know. It's easier in a meal prep if I'm like on the go and I don't have a huge slab of steak in my meal prep container. These are pre-cut. So with these, you just have to watch them while cooking because me personally, I don't like overcooked steak. So just be aware. You can't really walk away from these for too long. I've been using Instacart lately and I have been because I don't like to go outside. And I literally ordered like 3 things of steak. This is like maybe a week and a half ago. And they didn't have New York or filet, which is slightly less fatty, which I'm not like anti-fat. It's just because too much fat in servings or like in a meal will really upset my stomach. So I've been trying to be mindful of where I'm getting my fat, how I'm getting my fat, and like how much at a serving. So the other night when I'm cooking it, I'm like eating this steak and it's like upsetting my stomach. And then I went and looked at the package and it was like ribeye, which I think ribeye, it's like marbleized, so it's got a lot more fat. And like my stomach, I'm not even kidding, was in shambles. And that was the only thing that I ate that was different from my regular routine. And like Slay Instacart, but they've been doing this a lot where they will replace my things without asking me. And I'm like, that would work in any other scenario except with my gut. Anyways, I just need to be better about writing down substitutions. So for this dish, it calls for about 2 pounds of sirloin. This is like just over 2 pounds, like 2.1 pounds. And then by the time my call's over, the rice should be ready. So it's perfect timing. As far as seasonings, I'm gonna put a little bit of avocado oil, salt and pepper, paprika, and then coconut aminos. So once you make up your little marinade, you can let it rest for 30 minutes to overnight. Me, I'm cooking it right now, okay? I don't have the patience or the time right now to wait for that to really soak in. Also, if I felt like getting my cast iron out right now, I would. I don't wanna mess with that. So I'm just gonna cook these in a regular skillet, and I usually will just, you know, cook them on each side for about 2 to 3 minutes or until browned. Again, I like mine more rare, medium rare than medium. So just keep your eye on them. And then I'm going to drizzle a little bit of coconut aminos on top and then just really quickly cook and just let that like get nice and like caramelized. Did I mention cook on medium high? Also, you want to make sure that these have a nice thin layer. You don't want to be stacking up your steak bites. We're doing really well on time, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and plate the steak dishes before my call that's in 20 minutes. We're like flying through this. 2 pounds of cooked steak divided by 5 dishes, 2 pounds of carrots divided by 5 dishes, and then I'll probably weigh out the rice. You know, I guess I'll just weigh out everything like while we're here. Probably gonna do about 150 grams of rice in each. Rice is done. Shut up. That was like the perfect amount of rice. Dish number 1 is done. I have 15 minutes to my call. I'm so sweaty. I'm gonna go get ready for that, and then we're gonna finish with my egg sandwiches, and then the chicken should be done. There's about an hour and a half left on that. Yay, I'm feeling so accomplished, you guys. Back from my call, we have 5 minutes left on the chicken. We have to begin our little egg sandwiches, and then we are gonna make our true fruit dupe. Let's start on the egg sandwiches, and then once those are in the oven, we will boil the pasta. No, let's boil the pasta first. Let's boil the pasta first. I always just rinse it to stop the noodles from cooking. We're gonna go ahead and get the egg bake ready to go. I'm gonna cook up the ground turkey first that we will be putting inside of the egg muffins. I have a pound of meat. I don't know if I really wanna use a full pound of ground turkey, so I think I'm gonna cook half a pound, divide it by 6, and then we'll add some egg whites and then all of our other ingredients. Now that the ground turkey is cooked, we're gonna just assemble everything, and this is exactly what we are going to need for our little egg bakes. 5 eggs, 6 egg whites. I did half a pound of cooked ground turkey. This can really be adjusted up to you, however much turkey you want. 1 cup of spinach, cup of mild cheddar cheese, and then seasonings as you prefer, garlic, salt, onion powder, all those good things. And then I chose sourdough English muffins that I will be wrapping them with. But I personally did this wrong the first time. I used regular size muffin pans. You're gonna want the jumbo boys, okay? Then you are going to set the oven to 400 degrees, leave in for about 25-30 minutes. Keep your eye on them because everyone likes their eggs a little bit differently. Everyone's ovens are slightly different, but once it hits that 22, 23, just keep your eye on them, okay? I don't know if you can see her. Come on. Hi. My hands are clean. Ow. Ouch, ma. Your claws. You got beastly claws. Okay, so we're doing 5 eggs, 6 egg whites, which 3 tablespoons is approximately 1 large whole egg. So we're gonna be doing 46 grams times 6. There's 10 servings in this container, okay? So 5 eggs. There are our 5 eggs. And then we're going to do the egg whites, which says 3/4 of a cup is 4 eggs. So we're gonna do 3/4 of a cup and then we'll do 1/3 of a cup. Eggs have been added. I say like a cup of spinach, but like realistically, like I'm just gonna eyeball it. Probably shouldn't have used a whisk. Let's grease up our little pans because you don't want them to stick, and then we will stick them in the oven. I don't want that shit sticking anywhere. I've had so many bad experiences. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just divide these evenly. This looks so freaking good. Into the oven they go. It is 325, so at 345-ish, we will check on these. Next, I'm just gonna tidy up a little bit and then we're gonna plate the buffalo dishes. Let's do that and then we are almost done. Like we are so close to being done. We're going to plate the pasta. All these mismatched caps, bro, sending me into a complete spiral. Ugh, where's all my Tupperware? All this meal prep makes me wanna go order Chick-fil-A or something. These are all set up. Let's go over and combine the noodles to the chicken. I've already shredded the chicken, so right now it's already shredded, but oh, shoot, shred the chicken. Ah, I completely forgot a step. Okay, we need to add the cheese and the cottage cheese and the yogurt. Fuck. Okay, hold on. All right, what you just saw me do right there was add half a cup of cottage cheese, half a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, and then I just eyeballed some cheese. The recipe says 1/4 cup. I just eyeballed it and then added the pasta, and now we're going to divide these evenly into 6 dishes. Chicken is done. I'm going to go ahead and begin my True Fruit dupe. The egg bakes have probably about 5 more minutes, but I want to get these in the freezer now. So I think this is 1 pint worth of raspberries. Let me double check. Oh, okay, I guess I have just less than a pint and then about 100 grams of chocolate total, but I'm gonna do probably 75 chocolate, 25 white chocolate. And then we're just going to top it on top. It's really up to you how much chocolate you want. So let me get some, hold on, it's 45. I'm gonna leave them in there I'm gonna turn off the oven. I know we're talking about the egg things right now, but I just wanna show you really quickly the egg bakes when it's been 20, like, you see that? Yeah, I'm gonna turn the oven off and then take those out. Like, I'm sorry, those look freaking perfect. I think I put them in at 25, so they were in there for 20 minutes. I can't remember what I said, but at 45, I turned off the oven. At 47, I took them out of the oven. What time did we put them in? I can't remember. But let's wait for those to cool. We are going to grab this baking dish grab some parchment paper, and then put the cherry or raspberries on top. I'm gonna cut this down a little bit just so it's not so obnoxious. All right, you wanna like squish them together, not overlapping, but just like one layer, but squish them together so the chocolate lands mostly on the fruit, not the parchment paper. Now I'm gonna get our chocolate. I just got dark chocolate and then white chocolate, and I'm just going to melt them and drizzle them. So roughly 100 grams of chocolate. Again, if you want less, if you want more, that is up to you, girl. Like I'll never say no to a little bit of extra chocolate. So I'm gonna do about 75, oops, 90. Let's get closer. 83 grams of dark chocolate. And then, Ma, please stop yelling at them. She hates the men outside. Stout girl. But stop, you're not being very nice to them. The men that plow. And then, oopsie, 37. We'll just do 50 of white chocolate. All right, then we're gonna microwave these. Again, I just keep my eye on them. I don't know what the tactic is to melt chocolate. I could easily Google it, but I'm not going to. So I just did a minute and a half, and then maybe like every 30 seconds, 15, 30 seconds, I'm gonna double check them. And then my cutie little Valentine's Day spatula. Oh, that didn't do. Okay, I did a little bit. So one thing I hate about my microwave and the fact that it's a pull drawer, it doesn't spin. So nothing cooks evenly. So when I do have to nuke food, it's a lot harder. All right, we're just gonna wait. And then once this process is all done and we've drizzled, we're gonna stick it in the freezer for about an hour. Come on, chocolate, melt. It's been for about 45 seconds, so. I have to go out. So my mom is out of town. I dropped her off at the airport, so her car is here. So someone came and plowed my driveway, but since her car was in the drive, they haven't come like the last month, so I didn't know if they were gonna come. So literally, they literally just like plowed right behind her car, and I'm like, how am I gonna get her out? I'm gonna have to go out and shovel. All right, let's do like one more little nuke, and then we will drizzle the white chocolate. Now time to do that with the dark chocolate. All right, the egg bakes are cooling down. And then we just gotta wrap them up. Stick this in the freezer, wrap those up, and we're done. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I have chocolate all over me. And then after this, I think I'm gonna have to shovel a little bit so I can get my mom's car out when she needs it. Shoot! Keep forgetting about the chocolate. Oopsie. I'm gonna make sure there's space in the fridge for this. No, Ma, it's not dinner time, you goofball. It's a little early. But you spoiled you, Ma. It's literally 4 o'clock. You're spoiled. Wait. Break. Come 8 o'clock, she's gonna completely forgotten she's already eaten. Oh shoot, the chocolate! You guys, why do I keep doing that? Is it possible to burn chocolate? Definitely think it's possible. There had to have been 700 other better ways to do this. And I definitely chose the hardest. Like I said, she goes now into the freezer for at least an hour, and then she's ready to eat. Very, very, very last step, the egg bakes. Woohoo, Ma! It's egg bake time. Yes, and look, they didn't stick. Oh my God, they didn't stick. You guys saw how much, oh wait, let me not talk to you. Wait, that one might have stuck. Okay, no, this one didn't stick, okay. Oh my God. Slay. Okay, 90% of them didn't stick. Seamless. Seamless. I'm perfect at this. I'm so good at this. Let's get some tin foil. Got our English muffins. The trick here is to literally use a fork to pull them apart. Don't use a knife. You literally want to stick a fork in here and pull away gently so you still get that crumbly inside that people love English muffins for. All freaking done. I'm gonna clean up and I'm actually gonna go outside and do the yard or like the driveway so my mom's car can get out. But what was I gonna say? Oh, lots of questions about how to heat those up. You can microwave them. If you don't want your bread to be a little soggy, put them in the air fryer. Come out perfection. Anyways, yeah, let's go out and do the yard before it gets really dark out. And you guys can see how crazy Ma acts when I shovel. She acts like a little lunatic when she sees a shovel. It's so funny. Ma, show me your boots. Come here. Show me your boots. Woohoo, Ma. Let's go outside. Come on. Click, click. All right, you see how they just kind of made that huge divot? I'm just gonna even this out a little bit for us. Come on. Woohoo. You goofball, Ma. Quick, Ma. Come here. Come on and play. Come over here. Quick, Ma. I cleared all the snow. Woohoo! I cleared it all. Now you feel comfortable coming out here and playing with me. Uh-oh. She said, I'm out of here. I'm hot. Ma. You guys, this is like a good 6 inches. Woo! Get it. Get it, Ma. Show me how to shovel, huh? Yeah. Thank you. You got it? Now you want to play with the shovel when I'm all done. Wow! You jumped so high! There's no one there, Ma! Go inside. Go. Go. She's not a good girl. I'm gonna go do the porch and then I'll close this vlog out. Okay, you guys, just got done shoveling. I'm so sweaty. I need to go run a bunch of errands, so I'm gonna close out this vlog. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a really fun one for me. Let me know if there's anything, you know, any recipes you want to see. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. And there's Ma. Oh, do you see her? You ready to go inside, Ma? Yeah? Let's go. Come here. No? Okay. Okay.